Bisector theorems, guys. We have perpendicular bisectors and we have angle bisectors that we're going to look at today. So our first one is the perpendicular bisector. Now, a perpendicular bisector of segment AB is drawn. It's MP. In doing so, we say that P is the same distance from A as it is from point B. In other words, P is equidistant. That's the idea. This is our conclusion. How do we know this is true? It actually comes from side angle side. So I'm drawing that in. It's pretty bad job of drawing it, but here we go. Here's why we say side angle side. We can show that side AM is congruent to side BM, right? Because M is the midpoint. We can show that angle AMP and angle BMP are right because it's perpendicular. Therefore, AMP is congruent to angle BMP. Okay? So there's our side, there's our angle. And our last one is the second side. There's the second side that we need. And that last one would be, we'd simply say that PM is congruent to itself by the reflexive property. So we have side, angle, side. Okay? Now, knowing that is congruent by side, angle, side, that means that the whole triangle is congruent. So we don't talk about this, but see, if I know that this triangle is congruent, I know that these little angles over here would be congruent. These angles over here would have to be congruent too. And finally, the last conclusion is that AP is congruent to BP. It's something called the corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Now, we haven't seen that before, but we abbreviate it as CPCTC. Okay? Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. CPCTC. Okay, so how does this work then? So our perpendicular bisector theorem says that these points are always the same. So if I'm looking at this, it says BP, if I know that this segment is a perpendicular bisector, BP is 17, then what is AP going to be? You got it. AP would also be 17. Okay? Our next equation is, well, okay, so instead of this, we're given that AP is 5x minus 11. And BP is 2x plus 4. And I want to be able to find out which one is which. In other words, what is the length of AP? What is the length of BP? What is x? So how do I do that? Well, I'm going to use the fact that these two things are equal to each other. So I'm going to write an equation. And here's my equation. 5x minus 11 equals 2x plus 4. Make sense? Hopefully it does. Because these two things are equal. So now I just have to solve it. Again, when I write an equation, I still have to solve it. Now there's a lot of ways that you can do this. Honestly, if you don't feel like solving it that day, you can just put it into Google. You can write that equation out and it'll solve it for you. Type it out in Google, it'll solve it for you. I'm going to show you how to do this because it doesn't take that much effort to do it in paper. I'd subtract 2x to begin with. Okay? That cancels out that. I'm left with 4 over here. 5 minus 2 is 3x. 3x minus 11 equals 4. Add 11 to both sides. Now I end up with 3x equals 15. Divide by 3. X equals 5. Okay? Now knowing that x equals 5 is not everything because I still have to find out what the angles are. So AP, remember, is 5x minus 11. If I replace x with 5, that would be 5 times 5 minus 11, which would be 25 minus 11, which would be 14. Or I can write BP equals 2x plus 4, right? So that would be 2 times 5 plus 4, which is 10 plus 4, which is also 14. So you can see by setting up an equation and solving it, I'm able to determine that x is equal to 5 and that the side lengths are equal to 14. Okay? Let's look at another bisector theorem. This is the angle bisector theorem. So if you have a point that's on the angle bisector, like QS is a bisector of angle PQR, then this point S is the same distance from the two sides of the angle. So S is the same distance from this side PQ as it is from QR. Okay? Now this S could be any point along here. The way this works, if I had a point like right here, I could draw a perpendicular distance right there as well. It doesn't really matter where that is. As long as you have any point that's on that bisector, it's going to be the same distance. I just have to make sure that I draw it perpendicular. This is going to be congruent. We can show that the two triangles, QSP and QSR, are congruent by angle, angle, side. The first one we'd say that, well, we can start off with angle SPQ is congruent to angle SRQ, because they're right angles. So there's our first angle. The second one that we can show is angle PQS is going to be congruent to angle RQS. I don't know. So PQS is congruent to angle RQS because they're angle bisectors. That's our angle. And our last one is that segment QS is going to be congruent to itself. That's our reflective property. Okay? And there's our side. So we have angle, angle, side. So using CP/CTC, we can claim that side SP is going to be congruent to side SR. Okay? So that's how we would set up our equation. So let's kind of go to this next one. If we know that we're going to use this picture for both of these examples. PS equals 11. So what is SR? SR equals PS, so SR equals 11. Okay? Let's go into a little bit more complicated one. So what if we had this situation here? We have PS equals 7n minus 13, and RS equals 3n plus 1. If I wanted to find n, I'd need to set up an equation, set them equal to each other. So let's do that. 7n minus 13 equals 3n plus 1. Okay? So I always want to set this up equation with these bisector types of problems. That's what I want to do. Okay? I'll subtract 3n on both sides. Alright? Cancels out. So I have 1. That's 4n minus 13 equals 1. Then I would add 13 to both sides. And I end up with 4n is equal to 14. Divide by 4. Uh-oh, n is not a perfect integer. It's a fraction, 3.5 or 3.5. Okay? So n is now 3.5. Well, what do we do? Okay? Okay. So PS would be 7 times n, which is 3.5, minus 13. Okay. 7 times 3.5 is 24.5. Minus 13 is 11.5. Okay? You can also show it by RS equals 3 times 3.5 plus 1. 3 times 3.5 is 10.5. 10.5 plus 1 is also 11.5. Now guys, you don't have to do both of them, but you should do one of them to check it out. Okay? That's how you solve with bisector theorems. Thank you.